Good afternoon, everyone. Actually, no, it's morning still. I thought it was the afternoon already. Just gonna give it a moment. I'm just getting my other device set up here. Perfect, there we go. How's everyone doing today? It's Christical, Ugly Duckling Master Educator. I just thought I'd pop on today and do a quick little swatch of some of our beautiful color gels for you. Some, beautiful pinks and reds for some inspiration for Valentine's Day coming around the corner. And we know everyone loves to see the swatch videos that we do with all our colors. So I just wanted to swatch about 8 of them for you and then finish with some fun bling. How is the lighting? Is everything looking okay? Just want to make sure that everything is clear and we're good to go. All right, you guys. And I do believe I have Natasha in the comment section as well. So if you guys have any questions that I maybe miss, she will be glad to help answer any of those for you. Okay, so we're going to start swatching right away. I'm going to start with doing the darker colors, the reds, and then we're gonna leave this beautiful sparkle till the end so I don't get my brush all contaminated with the crystals or the little sparkles and then transfer into each of the pots. So we're gonna start with the darker colors and then we're gonna work towards the other ones. Alrighty. Just gonna move these out of the way. So the first one I want to start with today is this beautiful 50. Now 50, it just appears a bit more pink on the lid, but when you actually open it up, it's more red. I'm just gonna grab my duck petal here to show you guys. This is a beautiful deep red, which is absolutely gorgeous. So it appears a little bit lighter on the top of number 50. That's the only one out of all our color gels that is just slightly not the exact same color within, but all of the colors that you guys do see is the exact colors inside the pot. Okay, so we're gonna start with number 50. And the beautiful thing about, I just wanna make sure, I hope it's all clear here. The beautiful thing about our color gels is that pretty much all of them is a 1 coat coverage. So as you guys will see how creamy the application goes on, really 1 thin coat covers it all. So that's nice with our color gels. Color gels can be used as a full coverage. They can be used to do various nail art techniques. And you can also mix our color gels within our gel polishes to create endless colors. So you guys can see that's like a full coat and it is a full coverage. So I'm going to cure that in our LED light for 60 seconds. And I'm actually using our new LED light, our new and improved 54 watt. So that is what I'm curing the color gels in. So that one was number 50 and I'm just going to do 1 coat because all you need is 1 coat. And then we'll keep moving on here. I'm gonna finish one of them with some crystals after so we can have fun with some bling. I wanna show you some beautiful color crystals that you can use for Valentine's Day inspirational sets. The next one is number 48. It'll be nice because I'm gonna compare them all at the end so you guys can see the difference. This one is kind of like a cherry apple red, which is so beautiful. So I'm just going to continue on with my crystal tip display bar here. Okay, so there we go. We're in focus here. So this one is number 48. And I think I love watching how smooth the application goes on. So easy to apply. You can also embed these colors. So you can use it as a full coverage over a finished file gel, acrylic, or acrygel nail, or you can embed it as well. So completely up to you how you want to use the color gel. They are soakable, so you can soak them. So again, 1 coat, and that was number 48. And the beautiful thing is with these crystal tip displays, because they're magnetic, I can just take them off. And because we have a metal detachable base for our new LED lights. They sit in there nicely, and then I can just take them off again. So I'm gonna kind of go back and forth and keep them in order here. So the last one was number 48, which is probably one of my favorite reds. I really, really love this red. And then we have the swatch on top. So it's nice to have these jars in your drawer, or you can have them displayed like some people have table displays with them all, so your clients can see exactly what color they're choosing. So that's always fun. Okay, so now we're gonna move into some pinks. What I'm gonna do is leave those ones till the end because they do have sparkles. And I'm going to do, what I should have done actually is started with the lighter colors, but that's okay. I'm just gonna really make sure I take all that extra gel from my brush. I typically have 2 gel brushes when I'm working with lighter colors, like this one, for example, versus darker colors, darker pigmenting colors, as well as sparkle base. Especially with sparkle base, I find sometimes it's really hard to clean your gel brush and get out all of those extra little bits. And I just hate to have to transfer them to another color and have that interfere with my application. So we're gonna start with number 9. So this is a very light, soft pink. Just gonna get my duck paddle here. Put that one to the side. So number 9. There we go. Gorgeous. And sometimes, like with pastel colors, you find that you may need extra coats with a lighter color, but with these, they go on very creamy and full coverage, as you can see. And again, I find with, you know, application, I put on a healthy amount of product, but you don't ever find that, you know, you'll have any rippling in the light, especially when you're using our LED light. Okay, so that's number 9. And then we're gonna go to, the next one is number 8. And again, you guys can go on our website at uglyducklingnails.com and take a look at all the color gels that we offer in our collection. They have great photos so you can see exactly what colors that we offer as well. Okay, so number 8, I'm just gonna wipe my brush off here. Sorry about the background noise, guys. We've got a truck in the parking lot and it's got its reverse beepers on, so it's a little distracting. Gorgeous. I love this one too. And these two, again, like I mentioned, you can mix, you can intermix with all our color gels and create, oh, I got a fluff in there. You can create multiple different colors by mixing in, you know, white. You can, you know, create different tones of pinks as well. Mix it on your crystal palette, which is beautiful. I know Natasha does that quite a bit, you know, between our color gels and our gel polishes. Oh yeah, this one was, we had some floaters in the air. Got some, it's the worst when you have a nice perfect application and then right in the middle you get a little fluff and that's all you can see. Oh, I picked the worst time to go live today. Gosh, I'm sorry about that, you guys. Okay, so I'm gonna put that one in and we're gonna cure. Oh, for goodness sakes. All right, so now we're going to move on to the next one. Just put those to the side. So this one's number 14. Number 14 color gel. And then we're gonna do a comparison at the end here so you guys can see them all side by side. Gorgeous. Just some fun colors for Valentine's Day. For me, I do a lot of full coverage nails with added bling. But again, you can create some beautiful nail art with our color gels. So that was number 14. I'm just gonna scooch some of these. Oh no! I just dropped one of them on the floor and it got dusty. Shoot. Of course. Fell right out of my hand. I gotta re-swatch that one quickly here. That was number, I think it was the first one we did. Shoot. It's okay. No problem. I'll quickly do that again. Okay, I'll leave that one to the side and leave that for a second. Okay, let's move on to number 7. So this one's kind of like a purpley, this one's kind of like a lilac, more like a lilac color. So kind of giving you a variety of different tones, different shades. Put that one here. It's been really cool seeing all the nail art with, you know, Valentine's Day inspiration online. Yeah, this one's nice. Kind of like a lilac mauve. Is that what you'd call it, Natasha? Like a lilac mauve? She's definitely our color girl. Gorgeous. Love it. Love it. So all I'm doing, you guys, is I'm just lightly pinching out the extra color from my brush. And then usually when I'm finished, there's another fluff in there. Usually when I'm finished at the end, I may, if I need to, I'll just use our gel cleanse to lightly clean out any extra color pigment that is inside the brush, just to store it nicely in between my clients. Okay, that one's good. Switch that one in and out. Okay. So that one again was number 7. And then the last two, I think probably are my favorite. My favorite pink, and then we have a sparkly. I just have to grab an extra tip, 2 seconds here. I just gotta redo that one that fell. Okay, so number 16 is this gorgeous, it's kind of like a hot pink, but it's got like an undertone of, let me just grab my duck petal and pull it up for you guys to see. I don't know if it'll actually appear so much in the camera, but it's got a really pretty gold hue to it. Just a stunning, stunning color. Love this one. So this is probably my favorite pink because it does have a little bit of that sparkle in the color. Taking a little bit here. I appreciate, Natasha, if you're answering all the questions. I can't quite see them on my phone above me. I think I just really enjoy, you know, we get a lot of questions from nail techs, you know, the difference between our color gels and our gel polish and what you would use like one over the other. And we've just found that it really comes down to preference on what nail techs prefer to use in their salon, whether it's, you know, painting on a beautiful color with a gel brush or using it from a bottle. It's completely preference at the end of the day. And it's nice for us because we have the options between our color gel colors and our gel polish colors. And like I had mentioned, you can mix all of those with each other and create endless possibilities, which is also a great bonus to be able to do. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do, just give me 2 seconds, you guys. I have to grab my no white top coat. I'm going to finish these colors off with just our no wipe top coat. I gotta get some, gotta finish here with a, okay, so I'm just putting on our no wipe top coat. So this is our high shine no wipe. And again, all of our top coats and our gel polishes and our color gels we recommend curing for 60 seconds in our LED lamp. Okay, so let's go here. Just gonna finish these ones off. And then I'm gonna pick one to put some crystals on just so you guys can see some bling application also. And I just really love, especially, you know, working text when you're playing, when you are, you know, playing with nail art designs, you can just take off the crystal, or pardon me, the posts from the crystal tip display and just place it right on top of the base of our lamp. And it stays, it's not gonna wobble over. Great, so just finishing these off, and then I just have one more to swatch for you guys for our colors. Okay. Perfect. I gotta do this. I don't think I did this red, no. We also have a wonderful matte top coat as well. So, you know, if your clients are wanting a high shine finish or they want a matte finish, we have a beautiful award-winning matte top coat as well. And a tacky top. So we've got different options for top coats. Okay, I think this one should be good. Just need to get this post to do the last one. Okay. So we are gonna finish with this absolutely stunning number 52 Sparkle Color Gel. We have some gorgeous sparkle colors in our color gel. They go on smooth, so you don't have that kind of bulky application look with sometimes, you know, when you're using glitter gel polishes, that you can kind of, you know, have that extra bulk. These go on so thin that you're not seeing any added bulk, which is a bonus. Very reflective. This one has little bits of kind of sequins within this. So this is one of my favorites because it kind of gives a beautiful depth in this color. You guys will see closer when I go to apply it here. Just want to make sure all of that color is out. Okay, let's have a peek at this one here. Get it nice and close. I hope it's, sometimes when you're working with sparkly colors or especially with bling, the camera doesn't focus so well. So this one is nice because it goes on full coverage, but you can also add it very sparingly to kind of give that faded out look, which is nice. So you can pair this with another color underneath and just kind of do it a lot thinner and have that faded out look, which is amazing. Okay, you'll see it's just, it goes on nice and smooth, just beautiful. Love it. So that one is number 52. So 51, 52, 53, 54, and 55, I believe they're all our sparkly ones. We also do have number 26, which is a very high reflective silver, which is beautiful also. You gotta put that one in there. Which I absolutely love to use, especially when I'm doing a lot of bling work, because it really adds as a nice base for working with clear crystals. It's kind of my go-to color gel. All right, so all of these have been fully cured. Just grabbing them all out. That's right, I gotta redo that one that I accidentally dropped. So what I'll do here is I'll just take this off. Of course, it was the lightest color, so unfortunately, I was not willing to pick off any little bits and fight it. So I'm gonna redo it. This was number 9 that I have to redo. So again, we recommend applying, if you're using our color gel over top of a finished filed nail, we recommend not doing it on a super smooth surface. The same that we recommend with our gel polish, because if it's too smooth, then the chances of the color gel or gel polish for that matter peeling off on a smooth surface is more likely to happen. So we recommend to either finish file with a coarse or medium buffer. All right, okie dokie. All right, you guys, so I'm just gonna get these all lined up and we're gonna show you the final reveal here. And then I wanna show you guys application of some of our clear as mud crystals. I'm going to be using, I believe, our light rose and our fuchsia. Just top coating these final ones here. Okay. Amazing. Alrighty. So let's get these ones all lined up nicely. I don't have posts for them all, so what I'll do, those two just have to finish curing. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna place them all on my palette side by side, and that way you can see them. So these are just 8 colors that I chose to swatch, but we have a lot more that you guys can view on our website also. Gorgeous, gorgeous. And I love the sparkle ones because they, as you can see, it would just pair nicely as a feature nail with all of the soft pinks. I think that one should be done. Let's just turn the lamp off there. Okay, I think I'm gonna fit this one in here. All right, you guys, so those are the 8 color gels. Hopefully it gives you some inspiration to do some Valentine's Day nail art. Just lovely. I love this red. This one as well as our 47 are my favorite reds that we have, 47 in our gel polish. I'm very drawn to this red. And then the pink, I think, with the sparkle is my favorite out of them all. But they complement each other nicely, so you can do a beautiful set with, you know, having a mix of different colors to use, which is what I would do, and then add some bling, which is the next thing we are gonna do here. I'm not sure. I'm gonna show you the bling here, and then I'm gonna pick one of the colors to use. So I just have our clear as mud crystals. You guys, we have 17 different colors in our flat backs. So I'm going to use a mix of our light rose, and I'm going to also incorporate some of our fuchsia. Now with our sizes, we have our crystals in SS 16, 12, 10, 8. I'm doing this backwards, so now I got to do it this way. So I know. So I'm going to start again. We have them in 3, 5, 8, 10, 12, and 16. So those are the sizes that we carry in our flat back colors. And the gorgeous, all of our flat backs that are SS 10, 12, and 16 are 16 facets. So they are very sparkly, very shiny, and you'll see when I apply them here what that looks like. So I'm gonna pick, I think I want to do, I don't know. Well, I wanted to do both fuchsia and light rose, you guys, but I'm just feeling like maybe what I'll do is, oh, you know what? I'm gonna do this one. I'm gonna just do, yeah, I'm gonna see how it goes. A lot of times too, like when I do my bling work, I don't really have a game plan of what I want to do, and I just kind of go with it until, you know, inspiration hits, or I might try, like I might think a color might, you know, not look good, but then I try it and it does. It's all just kind of experimenting. So I'm gonna do this color gel number 52 with some light rose, because that's gonna look beautiful over top of this. And maybe I'll see what the fuchsia looks like mixed in, just giving it a little extra pop of color. So I'm going to be using our fabulous Ugly Duckling Stick-It, which is one of my favorite Ugly Duckling products. This embellishment gel is amazing. It's amazing for holding on the tiniest little embellishments, from crystal pixies to large pointed back crystals also. So with our Stick It, you apply it. Clients are coming back 3-4 weeks later with no loss of bling. Easy removal, easy to work with. So we're gonna use our Stick It with our wonderful blinger tool. So I'm gonna be using our crystal blinger tool. So this blinger has a wax tip on one end and it has a dotting tool on the other, which is what I use to pick up the Stick It and apply it on the nail. And then I use the wax tip to pick up any crystals or any embellishments that I may be using. This wax tip is amazing because little pressure, you don't need to apply a lot of pressure. You do need to be very careful because it is a wax tip, and if you do apply too much, you could break it off. But with this wax, you can mold it. As you use it more, you know, if you prefer to have a point, you can mold it with your fingers to get more of a point or a softed edge, whatever you prefer to work with. This blinger tool also has replaceable wax tips, so you don't have to purchase the blinger itself every single time you need to replace the tip. You can just get the replacement tips. So now I'm going to, oh yeah, this is what I need to grab, is we just recently introduced our beautiful Caviar Beans. So we have them in our pinwheels in silver, rose gold, and gold. So these come in 4 different sizes of beads. So we have our large, medium, small, and extra small. I'm going to be using the silver wheel today. But just in case you guys didn't know, that is new on our website. And I use a lot of the Caviar beads when I'm doing my crystal work, especially as fillers in between. And the beautiful thing about having all sizes, just depending on what you're doing for your bling work, if you're doing a lot of bigger stones, a lot of the pointed back stones, then, you know, having the option of a larger caviar is better. Smaller ones are really great if you're doing cuticle work and just have a small area that you are working with. And again, with different size nail plates that you're working with, especially, you know, if you're working with tiny little pinkies, you don't want to have a huge bead on there. You want to use a smaller one. Partly one reason why I chose to do my bling work on here is always recommending, if you're using, like doing, let's say, a full contact nail with crystals, using a base that has as a sparkle base, because that sparkle base is great to kind of fill in between those little bits. Let me show you here. I'm just gonna show you what I mean here, so that no solid color comes through. So here is an example of some other crystals that I've done full coverage with, and under each of them I've used a sparkle base. So I've used our sparkle gel polish or color gel underneath, and it really helps to fill in any gaps that may be in between the color crystals. You know, if I didn't want to, for example, use silver or gold or rose gold, because it doesn't match in this case, I would pick a color that would kind of hide those areas, because you can't tell by looking at this, you know, what color is underneath, which is ideal. So just a little tip. So all I'm gonna do today is I'm just gonna do a little bit of cuticle work here. So it is important to make sure when you are applying your Stick It that you're not using too much or too little. Too little, of course, if you're finding that clients are losing embellishments in between fills, then it could just mean you're not using enough. So it's just kind of getting used to how much to apply with what you're working with. If you're using too much, the problems that you can kind of run into is having, when you place the bling on, that gel kind of seeps over the crystal and it kind of gets really thick and clumpy. So for me, I know that I'm going to I'm just applying in the area that I'm going to be applying my bling right now. I might pull it down and trail it off to the side. I like to kind of taper my designs with smaller crystals or smaller beads off to one side. When I'm working on bigger clusters and I know I have a bigger area to fill, I'll work in sections. I'll work in sections, applying a little bit of Stick It, applying the bling, and then curing when necessary. So it all depends on what you're doing and what you're working with. All right, so now I'm just gonna I'm gonna kind of keep the crystals out of camera because I don't want it to interfere with the with the, because it's hard to zoom in, or it's hard to focus when I'm working with the bling. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is start with some of the larger stones. And this is honestly where I get excited for this part, is applying crystals. And for me, I kind of like to add as I go, just depending on what I'm doing, the little caviar beads in between. And it's nice because I apply very lightly. So it doesn't take much, like a little bead I pick up, there it is on my wax tip, and I release it. And it comes off so easily. So this, having a tool that is easy to work with is amazing. Especially working with bling, it does take a lot of patience, is one thing I do know for myself. You definitely have to have patience when applying bling, because it is a little bit time consuming also. And generally I will have a little dish with some of this kind of dumped into. I like to have a kind of a cocktail of crystals and caviar beads ready for me to use. But it's nice to be able to have the pinwheel to work from also. So I'm just adding some kind of beads in between, and if I need to shift them for any reason, that's what I use my dotting tool for also. Okay. So I think, I'm not sure, I'm gonna try to add a fuchsia just to see what it looks like. And just so you guys can see. Just kind of adds a little punch. Might incorporate some smaller ones here. And then again, you can kind of place your stones on wherever you please, and then come in and also fill in with some caviar beads also. But I know that I didn't put, I like that. It gives it a punch of color, and it's kind of not so dull. Just random little bits in between there. Perfect, I could get lost with doing crystal application. And sometimes it's distracting. And for me, it does take a little bit extra time sometimes when I'm doing crystal work, because I like to take my time. I like to move it around, see what I'm working with. I don't think I've got any shtick it there, so that's good. I'll just come in and add where I want to. It's better to add extra if you need than too much, because I find sometimes when I've done some application, I decided not to go down as far, and I've got so much extra shtick it, which makes it a problem and hard to really remove. So just apply where you need, and then add if you need to. Just adding some bling. So it's very easy. It's not, you know, hard to apply. Having the wax tip so it comes off easy is nice. Perfect. So I, of course, finished the nail with a no wipe top coat. So you have options. And generally for me, I find when I'm working with clients, if I'm being honest, I always finish with a top coat first before I start my bling work. Partly the reason for that when I'm working with my clients is because I want to make sure I'm sealing that gel polish or the color gel and not risking, you know, having my clients touch something or little bits of, you know, fibers or, you know, hairs get stuck in that tacky layer, right? It's cured, but it still can, you know, attract the dust. It can attract the little hairs, and I would prefer to seal it because for me, it takes a little bit of time to apply. So I want to make sure that my client is, you know, not moving their hands around and having an issue like that, because the worst is coming to seal it with a top coat and you've got little bits everywhere. It just makes it a pain. I'm sure we all can relate to that one way or another, but that's just how I like to work with clients. You can also leave the color gel or the gel polish finished without a top coat, apply your bling, and then put a top coat on to kind of seal around the edges. That's an option too. But for me, if I am just doing it this way where I've already sealed with a no wipe top coat, All my Shtick-It is covered with the appropriate bling. All I need to do is cure and either, you know, take my detailer 2 brush and go in between those areas with no wipe to make sure that Shtick-It is sealed. Because when Shtick-It is sealed, it does have a slight inhibition layer that you either need to cleanse or you need to seal with a no wipe top coat. So I'm just gonna add, I like to trail down a little bit. Sometimes it's hard to see where I've put it exactly. Yeah, so if you guys take a look on our website, we have so many different options of crystals. Like I had mentioned, 17 different color flat backs. And we also have pointed backs, and we have flat back shapes, which are absolutely amazing. I'm gonna cure that one. Lots to choose from, which is amazing. And the clarity of the stones are incredible. They are so sparkly. And I'm going to show you because I got a bunch here. Well, that is curing. So these are our pointed backs. Okay, these ones are our pointed backs that come in white opal. They come in clear, champagne, rose opal, and AB. I just want you guys to take a minute and look at the clarity of these stones. So this is a mixture of all of our pointed back shapes. So they come in our largest stones, our circle stones, round, circle, round. We have teardrop, we have square, marquee, we have our rectangle, teardrop, lots of different ones, and also in different sizes too. So we have like our teardrop in a small and a big. We have our round in a big and a small, same with our square. So different sizes depending on what you're doing. Sorry. See, I got caught just staring at them. And then, oh, I'm just gonna move this over here. So then again, here's some of our flat back colors in AB, clear, rose opal, and white opal. And then the ones that I showed you also, oh no, these weren't the ones. They've shifted. Just put some tack on these, but they've shifted. We have our tanzanite, our aquamarine, our Montana, our champagne, and then this one here, oh yeah, this is the one. This one is in our Colorado topaz, cyan, emerald, jet black. Lots of colors to choose from. And here are our flat back shapes, which are, I love using these in clusters because they've got so many cuts on them, they just reflect like crazy. So these are our flat back shapes, as well as some other ones. Our kind of our pyramid squares, our flat back squares, and rectangles. So we have different options in crystal shapes and sizes and colors you guys can check out on our website. This is done, fully cured, a little much. So I just added a bit of crystal around the cuticle area for you guys to see. Just a little something to add a little extra in our light rose and our fuchsia. So that is that. So let's add this here to our rest of them. So there are some color gel swatches for you guys. Again, I believe Natasha hopefully answered all your questions. I know the bling is not focusing at all. Again, check out our website at uglyducklingnails.com to see all of our beautiful color gels on our website, because we have some gorgeous ones, and especially check out the sparkle ones because they are so beautiful, very reflective, and very sparkly, which of course for me, I love them. So there are some options there. And again, you guys, if you ever have any questions for us at any time, feel free to reach out. You can call us directly at the office, or you can email us at our contact at uglyducklingnails.com email address. That can be found on our website too. We are here to help support you, answer any questions that you may have. And yeah, we look forward to seeing all your nail art designs, and appreciate everyone who has been tagging us on Instagram on all your designs. We love seeing them. We love reposting them. It's very cool to see. So that is that for today. Thank you guys for joining in on my live. Yeah. And what's this month is January. We're almost at the end of January already. It's crazy to think. But this month we have our forms on special, just as a reminder. I guess we're just about a week and a half left of that deal. So just in case you weren't aware, we have our forms on 20% off. If that is something that you are in need of, it is a good time to get your hands on that. And then for all of our Ugly Duckling customers who are part of our email, we sent out a email regarding our Stick-It. So if you ever have any questions about the Stick-It, it didn't look like what it looks like in the jar here, for example. If it kind of looks cloudy or gritty or completely frozen, it's no worries at all. With our Stick-It, in a colder temperature, it freezes and it tends to not return back to its original consistency like this, unless you warm it up. So if you do ever have issues with your Stick-It, no worries. You can easily change that by warming it up in warm water. Okay, just to let you know, because this is an amazing product to use for bling embellishment work, and I would hate for you to miss out on using it because you think something is wrong with it. Yeah. So that is that. Thank you, you guys. I appreciate you all hanging out. Thank you, Natasha, for helping answer the questions that I was unable to do so. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend ahead. And we will see you next week for Natasha's Live on Wednesday. Lots of love from the Ducklings. Bye for now.